I am tackered. Again, still. And the worst thing about it is it's almost 7:15, and I feel like I'm in heaven, even though I'm not in heaven, just outside the 7-Eleven. But let's not be brethren. Whatever the hell that means, I have no idea where I'm going with that in all complete honesty, so I will stop right now and just introduce myself in the usual way that I usually introduce myself, which is, hello, this is J9LP, and this is another Minecrafty update. And I am devoid of an hour because, well, it's just summertime is upon us, which means clocks go forward, which means I am deprived of an hour, which means I'm even more tuckered than I'm usually been during the weekend. It's been a hefty few weeks, which have seen a heck of a lot of anxiety in my thought. Oh no, I am not in 1.8. Why am I back in Angry Ashmack? This is no good at all. Well, in all complete honesty, I only did so to get on with stuff that I was actually planning to do with all this thing, and it hasn't been easy, I'll tell you that much. Not necessarily just because of what I've been going through this past week, but also because Minecraft, even with that latest update, has been acting up something horrible. So I really have very much a amount of difficulty in actually enjoying myself with this game now. It's actually really kind of difficult because there are glitches up the wazoo, and they just haven't made things particularly easy for me to actually get on with stuff, because building things, as you can tell, I've kind of been building things here. I've made this hill my new home. If you can remember a ways back, I was in this place, this little hovel, holy type thing, and I've done a little bit of a modification in that, but I decided to go move, and so my new home is going to be this wonderful snow fortress type thing that I am starting to build up here. And I haven't really decided what I've been going to do with the place. So all of this wasn't here before. I did this here just pure because I love running on ice on this game and jumping, because it's a really awesome way to actually get around. Although there is a cave under here somewhere, and it started to annoy me somewhat, in all honesty. It's a bit of a jerky thing to do. Yeah, see, look at these wonderful glitches here. This is the latest one. This is 1.8.3, I think it is. Yeah, this is the latest patch of Minecraft. I'm still getting horrible glitches up the wazoo. Not only that, I'm having problems just with building stuff, and even with opening doors and shite. Now I'll take this mutton with me. I have mutton, and it's not dressed as lamb, because all of my sheep are old now. They're all old sheeps, and the really poorly placed field, of which wheat is fairly difficult to grow in these tundra regions because the water keeps turning into ice. But then it keeps turning back into auto again, so it's not terrible. It's just not that great. Anyways, I'm going to head into caves now because I am short on several materials. Probably not much. This is the bloody problem I've been having. This I click once and several bits of whatever are put down. Well, the dead end, at least we got that established. In the light of that, it probably was a bad decision, but hopefully that will get me a fair amount of coal. So, yeah, the last couple of weeks has been a bit hard for me, in all complete honesty, because I've been suffering from a great amount of anxiety, and it's got nothing to do with the channel, just to do well. I think I mentioned way before that I have been having chest pains, and a couple of weeks ago I've been getting more of those, and also pains in my left arm. So you can imagine I'm very concerned, because usually those kind of signs of an imminent heart attack. So yeah, I've been kind of a bit trepidated for the past number of weeks. Don't tell me I don't. Well, that's great, but it's nothing that can't be overcome. And you can tell this is a flipping new update, because it resets all your chopping achievements. Like, I really give monkeys about achievements anyway. So yeah, I've been that's been a bit scary for the past week, and so I haven't really been doing much. I've actually been recording more of those oh, more coal, fantastic. Yeah, I've actually been recording more of those things that I put up, or the one I put up last week, but I haven't actually posted them as yet, and that's mostly because the video editing software I'm using right now, which is Premiere Elements 12, is just a pain to use. It really, really is. The problem is, you know, at work I use stuff like the normal Adobe Premiere and After Effects and stuff like that, and I'm kind of used to being able to do a lot of stuff without too much trouble. Whereas Premiere Elements 12, because it's kind of like a startup, you know, it's kind of like not necessarily Babby's first video editing software, but you know, it's video editing software for people who oh, this sounds promising. Yeah, so this usually video editing software for people who don't normally do video editing, and thus it's very kind of hand-holdy and whatever in that regard. So it's so hand-holdy that it just behaves in very, well, to me, very unhelpful ways. It doesn't, you know, it does certain things automatically when I don't want it to. It may be helpful for people who aren't that, you know, into video editing it does something for you and it's like, oh, thanks very much. I didn't really, you know, wasn't expecting that to happen, but it's helped me a great deal. Thank you very much. Well, in my perspective, though, it's kind of like, I didn't want to do that, sir. Just stop it. Let me do what I need to do. Damn you. So it's less, you know, it's not as helpful the way it does things. Did I not bring... I haven't been prepared about this at all. I've got everything else but except what I wanted to do. Hang on a minute, how low are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... about 6 blocks, 6 down. Maybe I need to go a fair bit deeper. We need to go deeper. And I don't know why I'm using that reference. Inception's like goodness knows how many years old now. And why am I trying to hit things with a sword? That's no good at all. Anyways, I think... Okay, here. Yeah, so... that's been a bit of a pain, but it's something I can at the very least get my head around in any sense. I'm kind of further developing the template then, as it were, to try and get around these issues, but in all honesty, it's not looking very good. As for further recording, I mean, I did that Crimson Clover World Ignition playthrough just so I can get out of the way for a short playthrough. I got that game recently and I am finding it hella fun. But I also realised I've got a huge backlog of other games. One of the games I got recently I'm actually enjoying very much, Ori and the Blind Forest. Now, if you don't, I haven't figured out when I read the videos on my channel, I'm a fair bit of a fan of Metroidvanias, or, you know, what people call Metroidvanias anyway, just a game with kind of a similar structure to Metroid. In that sense, not necessarily Castlevania. People use the term Metroidvania just because, ooh, that's a fair drop. And the Skeleton's coming my way. I really should be out. I should have my arrows armed with, shouldn't I? I don't need the bucket. Or the axe. Or the hoe. I'm doing with a hoe for paychecks. Right, here we go. So, back to what I was saying. I don't really consider Metroidvanias, or I don't consider Metroidvania to be the correct term, in all honesty. Wow, nice lot of iron here. Yeah, I don't necessarily consider Metroidvania to be the correct term to use to describe games like this, simply because well, I just think there are better ways of describing the game, because the term never really came to pass until obviously Castlevania Symphony of the Night and games that kind of followed that in that regard became prevalent. So that's only where the term actually came from. So obviously a game with a Metroid-like structure, obviously, you know, is a better way to describe it, really, but not necessarily has to be tied in with Castlevania just because of the one game that made it. into a... Oh my gosh, tons of creepers. Oh gold. Now I'm doing it with interruptions as well. Sorry, oops, hang on a minute. I'm not going to get any of those. Just die for Pete's sakes. Ouch. Hopefully that'll get rid of... Yep. Well, I kind of survived that. I'm not doing too badly. Only properly screwed myself in actually getting down. Oh, I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm okay. Wow. That was a bit of fun. Anyway, so before I was rudely interrupted by horrible mobs who have no function of making things a fair bit difficult for you. Yeah, I don't necessarily consider Castlevania, the Metroidvania, to be a correct term, but I kind of, fair enough, acknowledge its existence. That said, getting back to Ori and the Blind Forest, I do love that game a lot. Very much so. In fact, it's not, you just pick that up, good. Yeah, I do like that game a lot. It's really nice. It looks very, very pretty. Certainly, would there be gold in these glasses? Very nice indeed. Whoops. And also, wow, this is a bit of a labyrinth. That's good, I can light up the place a bit more. I have no problems with that. Oh, there you are. Ouch! Okay, let's have him come this way and swat him! There you go. Yeah, really nice game. Very, very pretty, and the gameplay... I like the gameplay, although I got up to a point where I think... it kind of reminds me of something. I think Jesse Cox might have touched upon something like this. Is this what I think it is? Yeah, okay, no, it's just... that's just whatever. Yeah, I think Jesse Cox might have touched upon something like this. Is this what I think it is? Yeah, I don't know. Whatever it is, I'm going to go around and extract the goodies from this place, because my gosh, there's a lot of stuff in here. So yeah, he said something about the controls actually being pretty awesome, which I totally agree with, but I think he also mentioned that he came upon a kind of a wall that made him not be that fond of the game. The controls were actually, you know, very responsive. You know, because Ori, or you know, the spirit, the little spirit nymph, or whatever you want to call it, the main character of the game, does, you know, does move at a fair pace, you know, and jumps really, really far as well. So you cover a great amount of distance once you actually get the hang of controlling her. And also, along with that, yeah, I think that thing's just above and below me. Yeah. Also, the actual sort of power you get that initially is kind of weak. You can actually upgrade it to a point where you're just, you know, a lovely little tree spirit of mega death-inducing flipping awesomeness. Wow, my gosh, yeah, the power-ups you get leading from what you had does make you a bit of a beast. The thing about Ori and the Blind Forest that I'm finding is that, yes, the controls are very responsive, but they're possibly, I don't know, too responsive. There is a certain point in the game where, for the most part, you're jumping over kind of really wide platforms that have a fair distance between them. So after time, you don't know if you're going to make the jump or not. But because Ori moves around so quickly, it's actually not a problem to make the jump. So in the light of that, that is actually not too bad. But there are certain other points in the game where that requires a bit more precision platforming, and because Ori moves so gosh darn fast, it is a bit of an issue kind of controlling her, although that might just be me. That might not actually be the problem, in all honesty. But no, even despite that, I am actually enjoying the game a lot, and the setting is just absolutely beautiful. The story is very, very touching, very heartwarming, and very kind of obviously sad in places. Let's see if I can find my ways out of here. Yes, I remember this place, so that was a dead end that I came into. So obviously I need to head up and out. There you go. Just like in Willy Wonka. Up and out. Anyway, I think we are here, yes. My gosh. Somehow, my Navi skills, my getting around skills have improved somehow. I have no idea how that happened. But it's done the job. Let me just get my sword out, just in case. I've been here a fair while, so it might actually end up being daytime. There's a sheep down here. Hello, Mr. Sheep. Oh, it's night. Well, let's make a break for it. Let's make a break for home. After all, it's just over there. You know. Choose the safe way on safe ways. Uh-oh. There is everywhere. Oops. Luna. Although that said, I'm saying that I do need a little bit of bow and arrow for things, so you know what? Sir? Oi! I'm back here when I'm talking to you. Oh, he's got an enchanted arrow. Unfortunately, that probably didn't do much good. And actually going after that zombie was possibly a bit of a mistake, because I know that then it summons zombies from everywhere. And even though I can't pick up the bone. Well, poo chops. I can pick it up now, can't I? No? For Pete's sake. Okay, fine, whatever. Clear off. I can't pick up anything. Jeez. Right, let me just go to you. Can I now pick up the bone? That's all I wanted, sir. I'll get the gunpowder at some other point in a minute. Right. Let's hope I actually put enough lights in the house for creatures not to end up spawning in there. We are as good. We are is good. Marvellous. Oh my god, all these achievements. Yeah, so Ori and the Blind Forest. I am enjoying it a lot. I picked up a whole other ton of games as well. I picked up Pokemon Shuffle, which I will talk about in my next views on news things, because I have a few things to say about that, among other things. especially a certain other thing that has happened recently regarding a certain title that has been delayed. Although there's actually a shite ton of titles that have been delayed in 2015. This is turning out to be a repeat of 2014, isn't it? Games that has just, you know, that have been touted to released at a certain point this year, and there's just dropped back to 2016. But this one is only particularly notable because of the platform it's on, and I think you all know what I'm talking about right about now. And let me just drop this in here, and oh my gosh, I got a shite ton of coal. Great, that will sort me for the rest of all this bit anyway. So speaking of these particular, for Pete's sakes, will you stop doing that? It is not going to stop doing that, is it? I actually heard that this is kind of a the problem I'm having here is probably related to my mouse, and that might actually be the case. I did actually update the drivers, but it hasn't really improved anything in that regard. So I probably will need to get a new mouse. I've had this for, oh gosh, about 4 or 5 years now. This is a Logitech MX500 gaming mouse, and yeah, it's been pretty damned okay. Although that said, I think many Logitech mice that I've had have actually lasted that long. The only issue I've been having with it is that it hasn't really lasted me a fair deal. Did I take the axe with me? Of course I did. I'm prepared this time. Hoorays! I'm actually prepared for something this time. Jeez. So yeah, so I might have to end up getting a new mouse in the future. And even though I like Logitech mice, it might be time for me to change brand. No. Just because in the past, oh good, they're still there. I can collect them. Marvellous. Nothing of value was lost at all. Or if you can consider these things value in any sense of the word, anyway. So I might end up getting a new mouse from somewhere else. It might even be a Microsoft mouse. I don't know at this point. I am at the point where I want to do some upgrading, and I am still kind of looking at the GTX 970 despite all of the issues with the memory and that, with the 4 gig memory not being really 4 gig memory but being like 3.5 gig of memory, and the 4 gig and the point where it does actually just 4 gigs causing horrible performance issues. But hopefully, you know, other than new games coming out, should help me. I hope it will help me sort out a number of other issues that I have actually been having in terms of recording and stuff like that. And, you know, possibly even, or I might just end up just skipping Cam Studio altogether. And they get a single snapping from it. How disappointing. Oh, I say that and there's like 4 over here. Damn. Okay, well that makes up for it. Thank goodness for that. I'm just going to go for my usual policy. For 1 tree that goes down, 2 will take its place. 1 over here, and 1 over here. It's going to be a forest at this point, but you know what, I don't mind. The more weed I have nearby, the better. There's an obvious joke in there, which I'm not going to entertain you guys with, honestly. Might as well just conclude this video, or just wrap up this video by saying that, yeah, those few days or weeks of anxiety has put me back a fair bit, but I am going to be back on track. I'll be doing more of my views on news, and, you know, again, let me know how I'm doing with that. And also, obviously, there are playthroughs that I need to finish, and hopefully I'll be getting back on those soon. Like I said before, they won't be as frequent as before, and I'm kind of doing that on purpose, purely to, you know, try and maximize my time on other stuff, as well as actually go through my shopping backlog for starters, because there's still tons of games that I want to be going through, and maybe I'll maybe I will stick a few recordings on there through to actually show you how far I'm getting in these games. You know, that might happen, that might be a thing that will go on. Hang on a minute, let's just take a few more of these. Oh my god, I've got loads of stuff. I think, just gonna finish off the first part of my fortress. That'll be a thing, although I don't have much time to do it, but I'll hopefully have time to do, oops, thank you, the out rim, as it were. Putting those in completely the wrong place. Hang on a minute. Okay, that'll do, actually. Let's go forward out of the way. Yeah, so with that, look forward to more Redahos soon this week, and I don't know if the Minecrafty updates will end up carrying on through a monthly basis now. It almost seems like it won't, but I will endeavour to get these out sooner next month. It probably won't be Minecraft. I did actually say that before, that I won't, more than likely won't be doing Minecraft, and especially now having these chopping problems with the game, it will more likely be something completely different. Maybe something I've been playing through recently. Who knows? Okay, well, until next time, well, I'll finish off my ice fortress. It's going to be an ice dome, by the way. That's what this is going to be. It's going to be the biggest igloo you've ever seen. Or maybe not, but we'll see what happens. Okay, well, until then, thanks for watching. And as the sun sets over the horizon, and I keep my eye out for things, I'm going to obviously fall back down into the safety of my own home at this point. Whoops-a-daisy, almost completely flopped that up. Yeah, anyways, until next time, thanks for watching. You have been awesome. Let me know how things are going in the comments, and I would say, you know, like, comment, subscribe, but everyone says that. It's to be expected. So anyway, then, until then, thanks for watching, folks, and keep on playing. Whoops. Well, that was a complete waste. Never mind. That was a complete fail, but at least I can see the moon rising. Anyways, night owl.